Here we go. Diana, thank you so much for inviting me into your business to talk about your insurance coverages.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, it looks a little busy. How's business?
Business has been good. It's actually very busy, more than expected.
Okay, well, that's always a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, since your time is so valuable, let me ask you, do you have any questions with regards to coverages?
No, coverages are great. We're fine with that.
Okay, how about claims?
Claims, yeah, claims are fine.
Okay, and what about servicing of your claims?
Servicing, yeah, I mean, they just do their thing.
Okay, well, let me ask you, when your agent came out about 90 days after your renewal and he pulled out your claims report and he identified a couple of the open claims that had reserves that seemed a little bit high, and you two built a plan to, lower those reserves or take a look at them and try to get them lowered. I'm curious, were you comfortable with that process?
Well, he never did that.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, not important.
um, well, it sounds important.
Well, yeah, I'd agree. Okay, can we put that on the shelf for a moment?
Sure.
Now, you mentioned claims. Have you had any claims this year?
Yeah, we've had some workers' comp claims.
Okay, and have you seen any type of thread that runs through your claims that might bring on, make you think that they're a little bit similar in kind?
Um, well, we have three back injuries.
Okay,
Yeah,
and any of them being litigated?
just one of them.
Okay. Um, and let me ask, um, when your agent came in again about 90 days after your renewal, and he pulled out the OSHA worksheet, and he brought his safety consultant with him, and they walked through your facility to identify any outstanding employee exposures that might cause an accident. And together, you guys put together a plan to get a solution in place for these, so that you could have a safe workplace and workplace environment, and also avoid any fines that OSHA might you know might make against your business, and also so that you're in compliance with the law. I'm curious, were you comfortable with that process?
Um, well, we didn't really do that either.
Okay, can we talk about that?
Sure.
All right. Um, when we talk about a claims review and sitting down and talking about your claims and looking for some resolutions, how do you see that process happening? What would work for you?
Um, while reviewing the claims, I kind of just, for me, I think maybe doing something kind of quick and easy, but just keeping me informed. So maybe like a summary that has, you mentioned reserves in there, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe finding out a little bit about whether or not they're that accurately, I guess.
Okay, and you know what? You've had these couple of claims with regards to backs. Would it make sense for us to take a look at that? How would you, on a time basis, like maybe once a quarter, so we can see if there's some progress, or does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely, because I'd like to get those closed out.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. And what about, is there anybody else in your organizations that's usually involved with these type of, you know, the claims issues and following up on them that you might want at that meeting?
Probably my HR director.
HR, okay. And her name is his or her? Sorry.
Her name is Patsy Klein.
Okay. Patsy? Okay.
I. Mm-hmm.
All right. And would you like to have these in your office, my office?
No, here at my office would be the most
Okay.
convenient.
Is there a good time of day for you?
Usually right after lunch. Or,
Okay. And any certain day that works better?
um, after lunch, I think I like Mondays.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you the same questions about the mock OSHA inspection. What would make sense for you with regards to getting that set up?
Well, I mostly want to take a look at the area and the department where I'm getting the injuries from because, obviously if there's something I'm missing in regards to how we can prevent some back injuries from happening or how to prevent people from being off work for so long, I don't know where you're the right type of support or equipment or I don't know. So it'd be nice for somebody to kind of take a look at that department.
Okay, and is it safe to say that you would be able to give me about 4 hours or so? Do you think it'll take that long to walk through your facility, or how much time do you think we'll need to do that?
I think I have a pretty small facility, but
Okay.
maybe 3 hours. But 4 hours is fine if that's how long it takes.
Okay, and how often would you like this done?
Well, I would hope it doesn't need to be more than once, unless we're not implementing it. But
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
once
Once a year, probably, just to make certain that you're, keeping things tuned up. And okay, and what time of day would that make sense?
well, if you're going to take that long, then I guess maybe coming in the morning would probably make better sense. And then if you did it on a day that we had the other meeting, then we can end with the other meeting.
Okay, so we can maybe come in on the Monday that we're going to be having your claims review. And would you want us to walk through the facility first or afterwards?
First,
Okay.
and maybe do a recap at the
Okay.
end.
Okay, sounds good. And who would you like to be involved in that meeting?
Well, I would imagine the department heads should be there, especially the person who's leading the department that I'm having all these injuries in.
Okay, so Mondays in the mornings, we could come a little bit early if you'd like. Would you like us to get there before the shift starts, or?
Well, yeah, that might be a better idea.
Okay.
And then,
So around 7:30 or so, 7?
yeah, the shift starts at 7:30, so
Okay. All right.
yeah, and then that supervisor, and just maybe walk with him and let me know what you think of him too, because I think there might be an issue with the way he's running that department too.
Okay. And who is that supervisor? What's his name?
Freddy Krueger.
That sounds familiar. Okay. So, and remind me, why would this be important for your business?
Well, I need to kind of get to the bottom of why we have so many claims in that department, but also just to kind of, I don't know, I'm just spending so much money on workman's comp. It's starting to wear on me, and with business picking up, I want to make sure that we're able to stay in business with the cost of the overhead costs.
Okay. So let me make sure that I'm hearing what you're saying and what would be good for you with regards to meeting with us. With regards to the claims review, we can come in after we do the inspection, your facility inspection. You want us to be working with Patsy on that. And Mondays in the morning is good, and it'll be your office.
Right.
Okay. And with regards to your facility inspection, we're going to be walking through your facility probably before we meet for the claims review. Probably take a couple of hours to do that. We're going to be working with Freddy Krueger and just kind of keeping an eye, making sure he's cognizant of what's happening in his department there. And it's important for us to do this for you because you're taking a look at your bottom line. You'd like to get it into these claims. Does that make sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
Am I on track?
Absolutely, you're on track.
Okay. So, Diana, there's your plan. What would you like me to do now?
Well, Michelle, that sounds great. Why don't you put together a proposal for me and let me see what it looks like?
Okay. Well, that's the easy part. Can we talk about the hard part?
Sure. I knew there was a hard part.
Yeah, there always is, isn't there? Okay. Say we're 8 weeks down the road from now and we've got a proposal on the table. It's got everything in it that you said you wanted. And in the meantime, you've had a chance to kind of check me out, check my corporation out, and you found out that we are what we say we are. We do what we say we're going to do. And pricing is competitive. And you say to yourself, I think I might have found my new agent. Can you imagine that happening?
Sure, I can imagine that happening.
Okay. Um, can can we talk about that? That's going to present a dilemma for you.
A dilemma. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's talk about dilemma.
This is what's going to happen when you decide that I'm your new girl and your new agent. How are you going to tell your old agent that it's over?
Well, I'll just have to tell him.
That easy?
Well, I'm sure it's not going to be that easy. It's never easy to let somebody go, but yeah, I'm going to, there's a lot of things that he's been missing.
Okay. Well, can I tell you what's going to happen?
Sure.
Okay. When he finds out that you're going to change agents, he's going to jump in his car. He's going to drive out to your facility. He's going to run his key card through that back door of yours, and he's going to come on in with a big old wine and cheese basket, and he's going to hand you the wine, and he's going to slice the cheese, and he's going to jump up in your lap and say, please don't do this. If it's price, I can match it. If it's coverages, I can get them. If it's services, I can provide them. And he's going to remind you of all the things that he's done for you in the past, and he's going to try to convince you to do nothing at all. And when he does that, I'm wondering, how are you going to handle it?
Well, Michelle, I'm just gonna have to tell him that it's over.
Okay, and you're comfortable with that?
Well, if you can do everything you say you can do, then yes, I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, so it's done.
It's done.
Okay, well, let's get to work.
Okay.